Alright, hello and welcome back. So last time Jin and the party encountered the first dragon they had ever seen in all their journey so far through the Sword Coast and the Empire of Arm. So thankfully the dragon was Adalon, a silver dragon. So I think technically at least a dragon of a good alignment. However, her eggs had been stolen by Irenicus and Bodhi, who had used it as I guess, coercion, used it to coerce Adelon into doing nothing to prevent the Drow from, well, whatever they're planning to do. I think directed against the surface elves. Um, and so Adelon tasked Jin and the party to recover her eggs from the Drow city of Usnatha. I think we're at the gates of Usnatha now, yeah. So in order to make the mission remotely possible, she transformed, or rather she placed an enchantment upon the party, which gives them the appearance of Drow. I don't think they are physically becoming Drow, or I don't think they physically became Drow, but they certainly look like it. I mean, it's really obvious for Minsk and Anaman, who look nothing like themselves. And as I do this, I also just noticed how few arrows we have left. Still have a fair amount of bullets though. I didn't realize we had consumed so much ammunition in our recent battles. So we might need to go and buy some next convenient store, I guess. Oh yeah, and of course, Adalon mentioned that although his enchantment was foolproof, we should be careful to behave like a Drow in the Drow city. So as a result, I thought it'd be a good idea if I did some reading on Drow culture, and I referred to my monstrous manual, and discovered that the Drow were, I guess, not quite like the Dark Elves that I would have imagined. They were once part of the Elven race, and I believe a very long time ago, a great civil war erupted, and the evil elves were driven underground, where they evolved to become Drow, with dark skin, and I think generally shorter than the elves of the surface, but still surprisingly strong apparently, with very high magic resistance. I was also interested to learn that essentially all Drow weapons are, I guess, have the properties of being enchanted, but do not apparently exhibit magical energy. I didn't entirely understand that, but I guess it explains why all the Drow equipment we picked up are pretty amazing. Although I think they are better in this game than they should be according to the lore. Because in the lore, I think the Drow equipment will be from level 1 to level, well, for example, armor will be from chainmail plus 1 to chainmail plus 5. And of course, we've found plus 3s at the minimum. Whereas I think according to lore, that would be reserved for fairly high ranking and elite forces, I guess. Anyway, so apart from that, the culture of the Drow is actually fairly familiar to me, because it seems very similar to the Dark Elves of Warhammer Fantasy. So a very cutthroat and violent society, and full of backstabbing, treachery, and various houses of power, political intrigue, and all that. So I think we're reasonably comfortable with the idea of Drow society. It won't be quite as alien as maybe the Zahujan city. I'm just trying to remember what the house that Jin is supposed to be pretending to be from, or if Adalon ever told us that. So yeah, Jin is to pretend that his name is Veldrin, and he's from the city of we're given the name of a city which I've already forgotten. It's quite bad. I'm sure I'll recognize it if we get to see it again. Yeah, so his name is Veldrin. I remember. Yes. I see that in the conversations.
It shall be. You must get.
Remember that. I don't recall Adalon telling us which house Jin belongs to, or should belong to.
Consider it done.
Okay. So we are in. Wow. So this is the Drow city of Usnatha. Okay. Oh, an aboleth tank. I'm just thinking that the aboleths are probably the only major race of the Underdark we've yet to encounter. This is a bazaar. Oh, a tavern. I wonder what they have served. Yeah, I wonder what they're serving for drinks. Female Fighter Society. Upper levels. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Male Fighter Society. Don't know who that is. Temple of Loth. Now I believe this is the primary drow deity. So yeah, quite an alien environment. And I guess this is in one case where the drow are quite different from dark elves of
What is
Warhammer
my
Fantasy.
task?
They almost seem to live like in Skaven-like or night goblin or dwarfish undercities. Whereas of course the dark elves of
On
Warhammer
my
Fantasy
honor.
live in tall spired cities. Based actually in North America of the Warhammer
What do you
world.
require? I will do my best.
So since we're in a bazaar, I might as well speak to some merchants. Okay. Don't think it's a good idea to whoa, what's going on? Did I miss something? So Draegar's fighting a drow. Please, master, I haven't eaten in a week. No more of your idiocy. You've outlived any usefulness. Okay, so I guess the Draegar is a slave of the drow. The Draegar are evil, so I generally has no inclination of helping. What's going on here? Lethal. That must be his name. The slave never listens and I tire of it. The slave is not your property, he is mine. Sorry, my mistress. The slave got out of hand and was punished. Okay, so I guess, yeah, he's probably then a slave to her. Understand this, fool. You are easier to replace than a trained slave. Okay. But mistress, please, no. I have other sons. Wow, okay. Idiot. Where shall I find a slave now? Right, I think Jin will
Yes?
back off a bit in case she thinks he'll make a good slave. So I guess that exchange is supposed to demonstrate the viciousness of drow culture. And yeah, I think Jin is certainly
What is my
appreciating
task?
that now, even if he didn't before. Especially with I'm not sure if this means literally her son or I don't know if they belong to the same house. She might recall the other members subservient to her sons. I don't know. If it's her own son, then yeah, all the more brutal.
On my honor.
Let's
Yes.
see what's on the ground. Bit of gold. So it's supposed to be in a bazaar. It's a drow. Doesn't say if it's a merchant. Unnamed drow. Overseer handmaiden. Interesting. I think Jin would, yeah, maybe talk to this nearby
What do
drow.
you require?
Find out a bit more about the city of Natha. I believe he's supposed to go to the Male Fighter Society to report his arrival.
Yes? Very well.
To walk apart from house and queens, to walk into the grave.
You wish to see the magic I have acquired. I have many a magical device fashioned by drow hand, as well as some taken from lesser races that did not serve them. Oh, that did not deserve them, rather. Okay. Yeah, let's see what he has. So he's selling scrolls, apparently. Interesting. Oh, minor sequencer. That's useful. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we got Jin, Aerie, and Imoen. I'm pretty sure they don't all have it. And that's something I do want them all to have. So I think we'll buy that for sure. Teleport field. Yeah, I think we'll get that for now. Got enough gold. Spell turning. Wow, spell sequencer as well. Similar, some really high level stuff. Death fog. Finger of death. Mantle. This is something we've seen used against us, but not Never come across a scroll of it. Confers complete invulnerability to all weapons except for those of +3 or better. Wow, that's pretty good. Incredibly powerful, short duration though. What is the duration? 4 rounds. Only protects one person. A very quick cast. Yes, it could be very good. Ruby Wave Reversal. I think we might need this as well. I think this is for yeah. Spells affected are minor spell turning, minor globe, invulnerability, spell immunity, global invulnerability, spell turning, spell shield. And we see all sorts of these things before, so might need this as well. Summon Genie I think we already have in the scroll case. Yeah, I was thinking we had a lot of gold, but these scrolls are pretty expensive. I wonder if we're getting ripped off here. Because 8,000 gold for one scroll. It's level 8 I guess. Yeah, because we have fairly high reputation, and I'm not sure if with the drow, the higher reputation, the higher the prices. Having said that, we are pretending to be somebody else, so that wouldn't really make a lot of sense. For the price to be affected by our own reputation. I'm tempted to buy the spell sequencer, mantle, and maybe a mass invisibility. It depends on what we have in the scroll case. It's been a while since I looked at it. We have a minor sequencer, but where's the case? Oh, that's what we just bought, yeah. We just bought these two. So where is the scroll case? I'm rather concerned Jin doesn't have it. This must be Aries. Yeah, this is mostly lower level stuff. Oh my god. So where's Jin's scroll case with all the high level stuff? Oh, this is not good. Did I somehow drop it somewhere or sell it maybe? No way, I wouldn't have sold my scroll case. That would be a disastrous misclick. Oh man, all those scrolls we've been saving up. What? Could I possibly put it in the bag of holding? Man, what did I do? Oh, okay, this is not good. Not good. I'm just thinking back on where we might have dropped it or sold it. Well, we last did business in the Sveneblen settlement, and before that we came from the Lithid
What is
city.
my task?
I think we need to check back at the Sveneblen settlement there. Maybe I sold it accidentally to the merchant there. I'm not sure how that works though. I wonder if we can buy it back with all the scrolls inside.
Done. On my honor.
Alright.